What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, I'm going to talk about the issues I have with this society and with this world, and more so the issues I have with this realm and this human experience. So let's get to it. So obviously there are good parts within this human experience. There are good experiences. There are good memories, and yes, the human experience, this world is good for soul growth or spiritual growth, right? But realistically, a lot of things needs to be changed, and things can be changed, but it's fucking not. Because the problem with this world and society, obviously I'm still young, so I don't know how this whole world or this whole fucking society and government systems work or operate, and how the money system operates, but we all can agree for a fact that everything is fucking corrupted, and like we can't really do shit unless we're forced to do shit we don't want to do. Like, some people love what they do. I'm not talking about people who love work, who love what they're doing when it comes to work or the career. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about people who actually, because no one's the same. Everyone is unique. Some people can't handle society while other people can't handle society, and there's no right or wrong. This is how we're wired. We're all different. So like, this is why people commit like suicides, or like, well, not the main reason, but like, so like people get like depressed, or like they get anxious, they have a lot of anxiety, or they feel hopeless, or like a lot of shit happens because of the society and the world, because of the money system. Not the money system. There's a lot of more factors that comes to play too, but I'm talking about specifically the money system and other shit you guys could think of. But just, if you look at human history, throughout human history, there's been a lot of wars and battles and conflicts, and a lot of barbaric shit that plays out within human history. You know, and it's like, why is everything resolved into violence, wars, and battles going on? Is there like different types of beings or different types of other people who are in power, who are in fucking control, who's orchestrating or manipulating this shit? And if they're not, then technically that's God's fault. That's the universe's fault. A lot of people, and especially in the spiritual community, they like to go to a higher power for help and support. But the problem is, the very thing that they're looking for help and support, they're the fucking problem. They're the ones that are allowing this bullshit to happen. If you look at shit logically, and I understand the human experience and the whole universe and spirit and all this other bullshit, it's not just logical, it's fucking, it deals with the right brain, with the creative thinking, and your left brain, logical thinking. I'm not talking about that, but at times you have to be realistically, this realm is extremely fucking evil, and there's a lot of problems that a lot of people are having because of this realm, because of this, of what the rules and regulations of what the fuck this realm allows. Like, people who are in power, who are very corrupted, who are in control of the money system, and then this realm also allows a lot of demonic spirits and demonic entities to infiltrate and influence a lot of people's minds who are damaged because of the society. This is where you get your generational curses within family households. This is why some people are meant in trying to break generational curses. This is why there's a lot of narcissism, a lot of evil shit going on within certain types of people, because they're influenced by a demonic spirit. You do have people who are possessed or influenced by demonic entities. I came across people like that, and there's a lot of reports of it. People seeing their eyes change and their personalities change, they all act the same, they all do the same shit when it comes to harming people. Why is that? That's not normal. Human beings can't operate like that. It's because they're operating from the fucking demonic spirit, which is fucking possession, pretty much. This is where you get your narcissism and narcissistic people, and people who are just like, they lack empathy. This happens a lot in family households. This is where you get your generational curses from. But the reason why there's a lot of generational trauma and generational curses, because of this society and world we live in. It's traumatizing. It causes people to be extremely traumatized because they're forced to do things they don't want to do. A lot of families are broken because of this world and society, because parents, they can't uphold their finances, or not just that, but this world and society, it perpetuates horrible ass relationships, because we live in a world where we live in a very weird fucking timeline where like you can't really, yes, we have social media to connect with people, but we don't have true freedom when it comes to like travel, when it comes to being in different cultures and people. Yes, social media does that, but you need that actual human to human contact, the human, what's the word? The human fucking, you know what I'm saying? That human communication. You can't travel around the world. You can't meet different types of people. You can't really do the things you want without you having to be forced to do shit that most people don't want to do, or just work a fucking job, or to do something that makes money. This is why a lot of people commit crimes. A lot of people do shit they rather not do, like selling their bodies, or like selling drugs, or like, you know, or doing shit they don't want to do when it comes to online, like OnlyFans, or like you got your, you know what I'm saying, people selling for their bodies, all that shit for money because they're trying to survive and get by in life. You know what I'm saying? Yes, some people love what they do. I'm not talking about people who do that shit, but I'm talking about for the majority of people. And even if they do love what they do, if they were given the option to like live life freely and to do that out of survival, they're more likely to rather live life freely while doing the shit they love without them having to do it out of survival. Because it forces them to overwork themselves and to like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, so this is, it's a fucking societal issue. Why a lot of people they feel lost in life, they feel like they don't have a purpose, or they feel hopeless, they feel like they can't get out of their situation. A lot of people are forced to be around people they don't want to be around with. A lot of people are forced to be stuck in toxic, dysfunctional ass family households and to be around a bunch of bullshit because of the money system, to where they can't get out of their fucking situation. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, they take life risks that risk their fucking lives because so they can get out of their situation. And it's been like this for a long ass time since human history. And then you have worse shit going on in these third world countries with wars and battles and all this other crazy ass shit. So you know what I'm saying? And because there's world conflicts, but there's also spiritual conflicts as well, because I've seen and experienced a lot of like paranormal activity within family households and other people. I've experienced a lot of spiritual phenomena, and I've studied a lot when it comes to spirituality and what the fuck people are experiencing. Spirituality is a very real thing. Different realms and spirits, all that shit is a real thing, and those also play a role when it comes to this human experience. They're also at play. I don't know how too much free will they have, but without a doubt, they do have a lot of influence within causing a lot of violence, chaos, and generational curses. They're at play. And I understand maybe God or the universe or whoever created this realm, they give people free will to a certain extent and to their degree, but at the same time, there's the fact that God or the universe, they're allowing certain rules and regulations to where it allows people to rule over people in a corrupt way, and for people to suffer and to get lost and to not know themselves and to be all fucked up because of that. That's the main fucking issue. You know what I'm saying? Yes, people could point out the system, people can go against the system, people could point out the flaws of the system and how to make things better, but that's not gonna be like, that's not gonna do anything. It may happen slowly, but it's not gonna really do anything. Even when time's speeding up, the days are going by a lot faster. That's not doing shit. It is doing something, but it's not doing anything. The real problem is the universe. The real problem is the creator of this reality. They're the fucking problems. And I'm not saying I'm right, but I'm saying that's from my own perspective. But people, how come people don't talk about that as much? You know what I'm saying? Like people don't question God. People don't question the universe. People don't question who's actually responsible for this realm. How come no one questions this shit? Instead, a lot of people always say the same bullshit. They always say like, oh, you gotta have faith with this, you gotta have faith with that, oh, you gotta abide by the Bible. You know what I'm saying? It's just stupid. Like, question things, man. Like, question why is the world is like this for a long time? Who's allowing this? Why is there demonic entities? Why is the world the way it is for a long ass time? Why is the worst of shit going on? Why is time speeding up? You know, why are a lot of people aren't satisfied with their life? Why is the life in this world is the way it is? People don't question about the fucking afterlife or spirituality. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. So it's like, because me, like, maybe I am bitter because I've experienced a lot of shit that was a lot not fair and a lot of injustices, and because of that, like, I don't trust and also I have a lot of anger towards God and the universe. I'm not saying just because I believe in God and the universe, you don't have to agree with what I believe in, but I do believe there is a higher power at play who's responsible for all this shit, whether it's the universe or God or the creator. Now I blame them because they really put me, I was subjected to breaking generational curses. So that resulted in me had to undertake a lot of abusive situations and a lot of bullshit that I really didn't deserve, but I was subjected and forced to experience that shit because of my life mission or purpose that I didn't agree to choose, but I was forced to go through that out of my control. Because like I said, we don't have free will to a certain extent when it comes to our families we're born into, the people we meet, the destinies, the work environments, the shit we're in. We don't have free will over that. All that shit deals with karma or destiny and all this other bullshit. Do I agree with it? No, the fuck I don't. It's not fair. But it is why people call this hell, because it is hell. Because there's nothing but bullshit, pain, and corruption. So, like, because it's just, I don't know, man. It's just, Because me, I have a lot of anger and hatred towards God and the universe. Yes, I go to them for like faith and for like on how to get by my day-to-day life. But do I respect them? No. Do I want to confront them? Yes. Do I need answers from them? Yes, I do. Like, they run me off the wrong way on why they put me through a lot of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because like me experiencing my blockages and like a lot of like karmic situations, it made me realize that my life is being controlled by a higher power. So once as I'm experiencing all this, I'm kind of going about life observing like a lot of people and a lot of life situations, and like I see patterns on what people go through. Even in some of these spiritual channels, they even talk about how like there's actual different beings in different realms, and like they don't. She even mentioned that like they don't experience certain repeated karmic cycles and repeated patterns that humans do. With humans, we experience a lot of bullshit. This is why a lot of people go through karmic relationships and poverty, or like financial curses and all this stupid shit that human beings are forced to go through. Because the older I'm getting is like I kind of view life and the human experience as like a fucking bullshit ass school. It's not really a place to have fun or to really live peacefully. It's a bullshit ass school. This is why there's a lot of like, this is why God is not doing shit when it comes to changes in this world. I feel like God has the power to do that, but he's not going to do that because the nature of this realm is very low vibrational. This is why a lot of people are like mentally ill. There's increase in narcissism. It's always been narcissism. There's a lot of wars and battles and there's all this fucked up shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Just stupid. There's why a lot of people act fucking stupid because of this realm. It has a lot of potential for change, but the universe or God, they're not doing shit about it. And when it comes to breaking generational curses, if it was at a point, then how come God doesn't allow more spirits or more spirits to incarnate into these situations to break free of them? Usually people who are meant to break generational curses is only one person. Or is it either that, and or if like narcissism and generational curses is such a big thing, then how come God doesn't like orchestrate all these situations for more intelligent spirits to break this shit within more family dynamics, only a select few? And why the fact that there's even generational curses and ancestral trauma in the first place, that's God's problem. That's a God's fault. That's the universe's fault, because they allow a realm to where like ancestral trauma, generational trauma within family bloodlines. Just the fact that God allows this realm to be so fucking wicked and evil to even allow and create generational curses and ancestral trauma, that's a fucking problem. So why wait all these fucking cycles and all of a sudden you want to select a few spirits to break from that shit? Now they gotta heal all their fucking bloodlines trauma. What the fuck does that make any sense? It's just fucking stupid. So what the fuck is going on? Like seriously, what the fuck is going on? It's stupid. Because I'm so pissed because it's like, because I know what the fuck I'm experiencing when it comes to like the spiritual connections I've been in, the shit I've experienced, and me being subjected to generational curses and having a lot of confirmation. Not saying they're right, but it makes sense to me at the moment, where I have personal tarot readers and other YouTubers confirming that me and other people are meant to break generational curses on the shit we're experiencing and all the confusion we're experiencing, because we're meant to break generational curses. We have to undertake all of our families and ancestral trauma and this shit they've been through, similar, different experience with us, but the same energy on what the fuck they had to experience within their energy. Experience all this shit, and it's a slow process of healing and breaking from that shit. Not just with trauma, but financially, relationships, life situations, job situations, all this crazy ass shit. And it's like, why wait that long until this timeline to fucking have people break this shit? You fucking dumbass. And why the fuck is time speeding up in this timeline? If the system's so fucking evil and all this other bullshit, then why can't time have been speeding up back then? So there's a lot of answers that we need. Like, what the fuck is actually going on? Like, this shit really pissed me off, man. Like, life really pissed me off, dude. And I understand you can't overthink life, but at the same time, there is, without a doubt, we call agree that there's a lot of bullshit when it comes to this life. A lot of bullshit, man. Like, fuck. God forced me to cut off all my family members and for some reason I'm not around like-minded people or like I'm not around my soul tribe. It's always been like this. I'm not sure it's out of like spiritual protection or like because of my spiritual mission, or because I just don't fucking like this realm and people and this reality. Could be both, you know. So but I know without a doubt it's orchestrated by a higher power that's out of my control. I know this because people who usually get into like relationships or like romantic relationships, they usually haven't really earned it, or like they haven't put in effort to look for that shit. It's usually handed to them. Because if you look at stories and how people meet their life partner or their romantic interest, it usually happens through like it just seemed like it was meant to happen. Whether like you'll meet them at a friend's or because usually relationships they meet at a friend circle or at a work group circle. They don't never meet their counterparts in like when they're out here dating different women. I have to do that because unlike other people, God isn't orchestrating me to have an experience to where I'm in a romantic relationship. Unlike all these other stupid ass people who haven't done shit when it comes to healing work, they don't really work on themselves, but they have relationships and romantic interests and partners handed to them without them having to doing shit or having to do as much work, because their mission's not that important, or like that they're meant to experience certain bullshit and things. Because most relationships revolve around karmic cycles and lessons. This is why the part of the human experience is to learn karmic cycles and lessons and shit like that. It's bullshit. You know, so this is why when people trip when they're always single or they're always alone, it's not necessarily your fault. It's because of it. God, he's in control of that. So it's not as out of your control. I know it's frustrating. I know it's bullshit. But some people say it's for spiritual protection. But also other people may say it's because like you're just, maybe your soul or your spirit or the universe wants you to not experience that. You know what I'm saying? So don't even trip about it, because most people who are into relationships either shallow or they're meant to learn a lot of bullshit as lessons, or they never really earned it. So versus you is always single. Once you get that relationship, it's gonna be different compared to all these other dumbass people, because you actually put in the work, you actually earned it, and you've done the healing work, and you had to endure a lot of bullshit and blockages that was not fair, and you earned that shit. Unlike other people who had shit handed to them by spirit, you know, and that's sad in my opinion. So, but it's just like, it's crazy, man. Like this world, this realm, this world, this timeline I'm in, it really rubs me off the wrong way. It really does, because I can't just go by life and yes, I have to do the things I want to do out of survival, unfortunately, because we're all slaves to the system. But this is why I'm happy that there's a YouTube and there's fucking social media, because that platform, it helps me speak my mind and my thoughts on the bullshit that takes place that's not fucking right. It's not right. Like, this shit's fucked up. This shit, there's a lot of injustices in this human experience that rubs me off the wrong way. And I blame God and the creator. They're the fucking problem. You don't have to agree with I agreeing, but I feel like there's something sinister going on when it comes to like spiritual shit, you know what I'm saying? Yes, pedophiles and these Masonic bloodlines, they are at fault for like ruling and fucking over people, but just the fact that this realm and this reality and the universe and God are allowing these people to fuck people up like that, they're the fucking problem. But no one really talks about that. I don't think people even grasp what the fuck I'm saying. You know, I feel like people don't grasp what the fuck I'm saying, because the shit I'm saying is not that hard to grasp. It's common sense. Like, why is the world so evil? Why is the world so corrupted? How come this shit's been going on for a long ass time since human history? How come there's a lot of suffering within human history? Is there something going on in afterlife? Did God want this to happen? Even the Bible says it. Like, does God allow this to happen? Does the universe allow this to happen? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Because this shit's not right. It's just not normal. Like, it's like the older I'm getting, it's like the more I'm observing shit. I'm not paranoid, but I'm speaking out the bullshit that needs to be addressed. Even you got fucking time speeding up, and it's like, why is time speeding up so fast? If time wasn't speeding up 10 years ago, why is it speeding up so fast now? What the fuck is going on? And like, I feel like we do not have free will as much, because like you look at, because astrology and these Mercury retrogrades and these full moon cycles that have a huge influence within the human emotions and the nervous system, that's proof that we don't have free will like that. This is why people have different personalities and life experiences due to their astrology and their habits. This is why people can read energy and people can read how they are if they see their natal chart. That's proof that like we don't have free will. Like, when it comes to the people we meet, yes, we have control to get out of our situation, But when it comes to the people we meet, the family we're born into, the environments, the constant cycles of repeated patterns and the environments we're in, we don't have control over that. That shit's out of our control. A higher power is controlling that. Even people were meant to experience abuse and fucked up shit, God is at fault. That's God's problem. That's the universe's fault. It's not your fault. There's nothing wrong with you. It's God and the universe. They're the fucking problem. This realm, this human experience, that's a fucking problem. Because this realm, this human experience, it just seems like it's built on suffering and pain and fucked up shit. It's why a lot of people are suffering. A lot of people, if every human being were to explain to you their life story, it's gonna be extremely traumatized and fucked up. Why is that? Because there's a theory that says, which I agree, that in order for souls and spirits to evolve at a rapid level, they have to incarnate into a human body or to this human experience, because in order for your soul and spirit to grow at a rapid rate, they have to experience a lot of suffering, pain, and bullshit. So the best way to do that is to incarnate into the human experience. And that makes sense. So, and they can learn a lot of lessons and shit like that. That's why there's a lot of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So what the fuck's going on, dude? So it's just shit like that. You know, but people, they don't question that shit. They don't, because the problem with people, I feel like they watch certain spiritual channels and they stick with them. But what they need to do is they need to watch every spiritual channel that they feel they resonate with, and then they put two and two together. Like they have to point out and pinpoint, they have to put everyone's perspectives all together, and then they have to come up with their own conclusion on what the fuck they've experienced and their perspective. That's how you're supposed to go about spirituality and information and knowing what the fuck is going on. But a lot of people, because they have an emotional attachment, or like they're stuck in delusion, or like they make these certain channels make people feel good, they boost their fucking ego. This is why they say a lot of fake shit, a lot of bullshit, and a lot of fake ass hope, but yet nothing really changes their lives, but it's addicting. This is why shit like this happens, because they don't question anything. And that's why they stick with these channels, even though they're just trying to feed off their fucking ego or to give them false hope. Even these content creators don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're just speaking shit from their own limited ass experience and perspective. You know what I'm saying? That's why they always talk about the same fucking shit, or that they can't talk about multiple topics, or even if they can, they don't want to because they're too fearful what the fuck their audience is gonna think about them. So you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, this is bullshit, man. Like, I'm tired of this world, this time, this society, because the reason why a lot of people aren't happy and they're miserable, and a lot of people fall into bad habits and addictions, is because of this world and society. It keeps people stuck and limited. A lot of generational trauma and broken family households and a lot of violence and crimes happen because of the society and this world we're living in. And the fact that this realm allows pedophiles and Masonic bloodlines to rule over this shit, for them to have influence within all of this world corruption, that's the fucking problem. Trust me, like, that's the problem. That wasn't a problem, and they're able to fix this shit. I'm talking about the God and universe. Then, like, there wouldn't be as much, like, crime, violence, wars, and battles, and broken families, and less generational trauma and curses. I'm telling you, like, this is facts. But that's all I gotta say. Have a good one. I just had to let all this shit out. Have a good one. Peace.